used to be a nice tree here. But then the fucking storm took out the city's tree and we can plant a new one. Goddamn, welcome to my front yard. What's up, YouTube? We are here in Naples, Florida, and we've got an exciting episode today. We're gonna be installing my favorite roof system, and it's a mystery. I'm not gonna reveal the brand, the manufacturer, the name. I'm just gonna go over into the installation. I'm here at my house. This area was up to here in water. As a matter of fact, if you go up my front door, you can see before we painted the line. But of course, that was months ago, and now we're at the reconstruction. We've moved into a rental house. My family got 2 kids, but we got the whole crew out here. And we're doing a complete rebuild on this exterior soffit fascia gutter here. My man is working on a gutter system that is freaking like, it's like a half round copper gutter system, but it is actually to match the metal roof. And we actually had to do the gutter system first. Now, I got wood grain gripping. I don't know if y'all know about Chameleon there, but I'm from Texas and I'll be on that wood grain shit. So when I had the chance to get the wood grain soffit, I went ahead and pulled the trigger on that. That's a big upgrade. But from underneath here, you know, this is a nice upgrade to be selling customers because, you know, these gutters, they can go for $30, $40 a foot. And like my neighborhood, this house, it originally when I bought it was worth $1.4 million. Now that house across the street that was tore down was sold for 3.7. So if someone does come to buy this property and they like it the way it is, look, who knows how much they'll spend on gutters. So this roof had a bunch of damage, and of course the insurance company played games. I'm gonna take you on the roof and tell you a little bit about what happened. What's up, man? Let's talk to you a little bit.
Not much, man.
Talk to one. Okay, we got my man Juan here, man. This is the first time you ever done gutters on a half round before?
Nah.
No, you done it
first
before?
time, yeah.
Yeah, it is the first time. Juan, he takes care of all, he's a jack of all trades. What do you do for RCA?
I do the interior repairs, I do the drywalls, soffit repairs, fascia repairs, like dump the trailers, like most like leakings, like when the roof leaks, fix the drywall, paint it, put some
Very
texture.
important because nothing ever goes perfect the first time. We always have to bring in one sometimes. But just like me after the storm, you know, my house was flooded. You had some damage in your place, huh?
Yeah.
And it was crazy. Everybody calling for work, and your place is all fucked up, huh?
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
But we've been working hard since the storm. We finally got here. Anything tricky about this installation?
Yeah, we just gotta make sure it's like, you know, all like pitch, because sometimes it's not enough pitch, so we gotta make sure put the line and then do the right pitch to the downspout, and then make sure it's sealed. Like we just put caulking right here and seal the edges where you just can see over there, like the edges.
Well, there's
Right
a
there,
counter
the seal.
flashing that goes over the top of it, right?
Yeah.
And it connects to the roof that requires you to do the gutters before the roof.
Yeah.
We just want to make sure that as it comes off the roof, it catches the water and that it's pitched.
Yeah, it's
Because
a little angle, so that's why they put the metal right there, so the metal stops the water, so the water doesn't splash outside the gutters.
Okay,
You
it
know?
looks good so far.
Yeah, because that's a different system. Like the regular gutters.
I'm gonna try my hand hanging the gutters so I can understand it. So I'm gonna be checking in with you in a second. Okay, thank you, buddy. These guys are the best metal roofing crew in America. You may have seen them on YouTube, here on our channel, Kenny. We did an install video for a Tilcor roofing system, but I don't love the granules on a stone-coated steel roof. Sometimes you have to clean them. And this roof spoke to me in its luxury look and appeal. So come on up here, we'll introduce you to Kenny. There's a different kind of installation with this product. It's unique. It's got a 200-mile-an-hour wind warranty, and I'll show you what it is. All right, guys, so I told you I'd tell you about how the insurance claim worked. I had a metal roof, and it was a standing, not a standing seam, it's called a 5V crimp. It had exposed fasteners, and tree fell onto the roof, scraped the roof. There was some flying debris, but the roof didn't have anything that was like blown off. And so, you know, what we did is we went ahead and took pictures of all the screws that were lifted. I had an estimate for replacement. I tried to say, like, be reasonable with this insurance adjuster, and I had it ready for her. I told her sort of in writing how the roof should be repaired or how it couldn't be repaired. And a lot of times on these expensive roofs, we know that they're probably not going to get covered right off the bat. The insurance company, even though the adjuster turned in for replacement, they actually denied the claim. Won't. They said that less than $2,000 in damages were to my roof. So it was because they had an engineer come out, do an inspection, and I knew the whole game. So we had our own engineer come out. Here's with a copy of their report. My man PJ, he's actually a jiu-jitsu black belt. He's a badass. He's been in roofing since the age of like 20 years old, but he's a Swiss Army knife. And he's got an engineering firm, and that engineering firm, man, they're one of the best in the country. And he came out here and he wrote a report explaining how these fasteners have been lifted, how the damage from scrapes and lift to the metal roof required replacement. And even though the insurance company hasn't approved my roof, I'm gonna go ahead and do the job, send them the bill, and take them to court to pay for it. That's the best way to get your roof approved. But let's get over here and look at this metal roofing system. We got a team from Yellowstone to take up a trip to old Dutton Ranch to get that hat. We got Garrett. Garrett's been on the YouTube channel before.
Yes, I have. What's going on, guys?
Yeah, man. Last time I was up here, they only had like 2 panels installed. Now they got half the roof here on this elevation. This panel, it actually is double the size of a typical metal roof, or is there any other panels that are
It's 8 square feet, so it kind of falls in a gray area for classification because a metal shingle classifies as 4 square feet, whereas a metal panel is much bigger than that. So we kind of sit right there in a happy median. But yeah, it's only 11 panels per square. So once you start running panels, it covers very, very quickly.
All right. Well, y'all haven't really got to any of that detail work, but what's the most important thing about getting this thing started?
Eave brackets, absolutely. You got a starter bracket that serves multiple functions. It is a counterbatten, it is a vent, so it allows the entire system to ventilate, and it's also a bird stop. But this eave bracket has to be installed on a perfectly straight line. Even if your roof slope is at a square, you need to pop a chalk line for that eave bracket, because whichever direction the eave bracket goes, the panels themselves will go. That is correct. So it faces out just like this, and the first course of your panels is going to butt right up to this. So if this deviates in any way down your roof slope, so will your tiles.
And so they do 1 fastener per actual tile, like 200 mile an hour wind. That's why such a high wind warning.
So most metal roofing manufacturers and most roofing manufacturers, it seems that they will warranty about half of the resistance that they achieve during testing. We have results uplift test pressures that support nearly 400 mile an hour winds, so we warranty 200 mile an hour wind speeds. For either 30 or 50 years, depending on how far you are from the coast.
Hey, look, as long as trees don't slide up on your roof and something don't come flying and take it out, it's practically hurricane proof. And man, biggest thing is the look. What about this paint? Why does this paint look so rich?
The paint is a matte coating, believe it or not. This is not a stone coated system. This is not a flat gloss system. This is going to have a little bit of texture to it without giving the sediment and the dirt and the algae a place to bear its roots and survive forever. So generally with this metal tile, cleaning is never necessary. Now, if you live in a neighborhood where they're neurotic about their rooftops,
no, we got a lot of algae in
HOAs.
Florida. We got a lot of this stuff. You can't say that. Like you look over here on this metal roof, you got a little bit of growth and stuff.
Sure.
You don't think there's going to be any markings and algae on this?
Not that anyone's ever going to say anything about it.
Okay.
Generally, you're going to have to stand right on top of it to see it. I've inspected roofs that are now 7, 8 years old here in the United States. The only ones that ever have any of those issues, something that's in the shade all the time. If you're right underneath trees, you can get some stuff that can build up on the surface, but it's certainly not extensive, which is something that I've seen in a lot of other roof types.
Now we fucked up at the beginning of the deal. Kenny here didn't quite have all the parts figured out. What did we do wrong, Kenny?
Oh, I didn't do nothing wrong.
You didn't do nothing wrong?
No, I never do, man.
No, you don't never do. No, but I think what do we do? We used a little bit of counter flashing for starter.
We used a little bit of counter flashing as fascia metal. Fortunately for us, Your fascia board is a 2-boarded setup, and it's perfect 5-inch face.
Oh,
which is
that's called roofing, baby.
absolutely. It would be an easy mistake to make for anybody. You could almost assume it was made for that. It fits so perfectly. But it is meant for the walls. In this case, we are using it, you know, as a fascia. But so far, that's been the only hiccup.
I thought this was really damn cool. So you're taking that vent off and putting the new vent on right there?
He
No,
is
what
removing
happened-
that vent out of your valley.
What happened,
yeah.
they had room to slide it up,
Uh-huh.
but they didn't slide it up. It's just roofing 101. Slide it up as far as you can from the valley.
Yeah, this is an add-on.
No, it doesn't matter. It's an add-on, but still you
It's
have
not an
room
add-on. I'm an idiot.
to slide up. That way you have a free valley.
Yeah.
You know
No
what I'm saying?
penetrations in the valley is best.
That's why Kenny's the best roofer.
It's not that I can't live with it. I could probably put a bunch of plastic cement, like here in
It
Florida.
looks like it's got plenty.
Florida, they love plastic cement. Oh
God.
my God. They don't have to be good roofers. They just need a lot of plastic cement.
That's it. Kenny, what do you think about the metal, like, compared to other?
Well, you know, I'm a stone-coated steel guy, but you know what? Not a bad roof.
It's not a bad roof. You like the stone-coated steel because if there's
No,
because you can fix the defections?
no, because
Tell
I've
me
been
why.
doing it for 32 years.
I know, but you told me that
Yeah, you can.
whenever there's an imperfection,
Yep.
you can sprinkle the granules, and if
fix
there's
it.
imperfections on this, if there's scratches, then we have to use touch-up paint. You got touch-up paint?
Downstairs.
Oh, okay.
But it's
comes
easy to
with
fix
everywhere.
on this one too.
It's easy to fix.
But you know, the only reason
yeah.
is because I've been doing stone-coated steel.
Is this
for
one easier to
32
cut
years.
or harder to cut?
It's the same. I'm finding out it's the same though.
It's the same.
The other one I use a guillotine,
Uh huh.
one whack. That little machine, that nibbler we got, it cuts it pretty fast though.
It does.
Yeah, so you know, once if I'm doing tilt course, and I've been doing in tilt course for the last 6 months, and you throw a villa on me, which I'm probably the best Decra villa installer, it'll take me a day or two to get used to it again.
Just because you get used to it.
It's because you get used to it.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else though. But once I find out what the secrets are here, I'll fly through this here.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
There's a couple little tricks of this trade for sure.
Probably a standing seam guy.
Mm-hmm.
If he tried it and said, "Oh no, I'll go right
It's a
through it."
totally different ball game than
Yeah.
standing seam.
The measurements, I'm finding out that the measurements, they measure just like the tilt course. You know, the spot to measure
Uh-huh.
and then figure out the angle. It's just like tilt course. You know.
Well, when Tilcor raised their prices the same as Decra, we got a problem.
Decker is the leader in the industry in that department.
Florida raised their prices.
Oh my God! So
Florida did.
Tilcor, can we get some better pricing, man? We launched it.
It's not the tilt course.
It's not.
It's the supply houses here.
Oh, we know, man.
Let me tell you something.
Tell us.
The last storm I worked here, well, the last one for this happened was 14 years ago or 15 years ago in Fort Lauderdale. ABC brought in a bunch of Decra Villa. And they were charging twice as much what it cost. Okay, so they didn't sell none of it because they were buying it straight from Texas, shipping it over here. So here I am, 3 years after the storm's over, and we need Decra Villa for a job in Lampasas, Texas. I'm gonna go say, Kenny, I bought it from the ABC Fort Lauderdale, $200 a square, and they paid shipping.
Oh shit!
They ended up stuck with it.
I ended up stuck with. That's what they get.
But you know their markup here, I say is 40 to 45%.
Wow.
Maybe even bigger. Maybe.
But
even
you know,
bigger.
if we bought it and brought it over here and just sold it to everybody, we could probably make money.
Make some people mad too.
Yeah, you would make the supply houses mad.
Well, the owner of this company is a billionaire. He's one of the richest people in Europe, and he wants to hook people up. He wants to give people that do a lot of roofs. He wants to give them a good deal, and so we're working on a program. And I don't know, might mess up the whole metal roofing game. Sorry to hurt the feelings out there, but I had to pick it because of the look. I want to take y'all over to kind of like what was the final straw, the camel that broke, the straw that broke the camel's back. Come over here, I'm gonna show you. Yeah, this is like my spot over here, my back porch. You know, whenever things are going good, it's where I create a lot of content. It's like my happy spot. And that right there, my boat, it hasn't moved anywhere since the storm. It got really messed up. the water came like all the way up to the roof of the boat dock, and water came into the actual boat. Water came so much into it that the GPS had water in it, the engines had water in it. So we're in the process of working through a total with the insurance company. I'm gonna get an upgrade to 3 engines, 34 feet. And anybody that wants a tour out here in Naples, Florida is fixing to get a ride on the upgraded Knockstar. But let me tell you why we picked this roof. Look, this is something that no other metal roof system has. This is like a specialty ridge cap. And this is not the most important part of the system. It's just one part. There's also rake flashing that really kind of stands out and makes the stuff look really sharp. And what this is like you go to downtown New Orleans, and recently we were just in New Orleans. Did y'all do any work from that storm down in New Orleans? Didn't get a lot of work.
There's a couple roofs over there.
There's a lot. There's a lot of historic Ludo homes.
Absolutely.
Have you seen a lot of people going with these upgraded?
This is something new for us. This has been added to our offer in the last year. Beforehand, we had a relatively standard style of curved ridge cap. Now we have elements that are specific to specific tile designs. So there's multiple options for multiple homeowners.
Dude, I wanted the top of the line here, and
Yes,
so we got the 2 Chainz gold grill version of the Worthouse metal roofing system, and that's the freaking bomb drop right there. It's Worthouse, guys. If you hadn't seen the logo on his shirt, this is what the side
This is the
rake,
modular rake.
So this
this
stuff it makes it look in comparison to others. What does the decker look like? The rake?
It's much smaller,
It's
and it's
ugly.
overall
You don't even
profile.
notice it.
It's perfectly arced. It's only about this long. Yep.
Compared to that.
Yes, and you also have to look at the attachment. So these are meant to overlap and interlock and line up with the barrel of that tile seamlessly. Pre-drilled hole for attachment. Also, you have a nail strip for your fascia board to anchor it to the front face, and then the next one clips right in, so on and so forth, all the way up the gable.
Yes, and so these are all different things you can upsell to the customer. You know, think about the amount per foot you can charge for the gutters. Think about the amount per foot you can charge for the upgraded ridge. For that wood grain soffit.
Absolutely.
This is truly that luxury brand. And, you know, here in Naples, Florida, multi-million-dollar home, you know, what do you think you should charge per foot for a ridge cap like this?
Per linear foot, or do
Yeah.
you want to talk a square retail price to a homeowner?
Retail price for a home like this.
To give a homeowner a price for this system, if it's retail, you guys are looking pretty comparably somewhere around that $17 a square foot mark.
But guys, you can easily get right now, insurance companies for tile are paying about $2,100 after supplements. See, we fight the insurance company. We make them pay for the peel and stick underlayment. We make them pay for all the different right code items. And when we're done, our supplement team is averaging $2,100 a square on all claims. So $1,700 a square for a retail job. That means offering somebody with tile or metal roof and a comparable solution like this.
The highest one I ever saw in my time with Workhouse, I've been with them since 2018, $22 a square foot.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. Guys, let me tell you something. My house is just a regular 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. It's got a porch, so it's added on. So what's this, like 60 squares?
Approximately, yeah, a little less.
Yeah. So is it 50 squares?
It's in the 50s.
Okay, so but the only reason why the roof is bigger is because I have a big covered porch that's connected to the roof. The house is actually pretty small, but on a 60 square roof at $2,000 a square, you're talking about $120,000, and for that wood grain soffit. And I mean, what do you think the price per square foot on that should be?
Depends on the depth of their soffit box. If it's a standard 2 linear foot depth, just like most homes are, you guys are probably going to run somewhere around $15 upwards to $20 a linear foot for that soffit.
You got $20 a linear foot for soffit. How much for the gutters? $40 a linear foot? $30 a linear foot?
The gutters themselves, you're gonna want to double where you started from. So that's going to be about $30, just shy of $30 a linear foot. Now those gutters are warranted for 30 years.
Okay.
You can do pull-ups from the edge of them because they're 22 gauge steel, and every hanger has a 165-pound dead weight, so they'll never go anywhere.
And what's the warranty for that?
30 years
Okay.
on those gutters.
So on a house like this, how much was it? 200 feet of gutters?
Approximately, yeah, probably 100, 190, 210 in that area.
So 200 feet of gutters is $8,000. I don't know how much soffit there was here, but the bottom
More than the gutters.
Okay.
It was more than the gutters.
Yeah. The reality is there's about 20 grand in soffit and fascia, or soffit and fascia gutter upgrades, and the roof is worth about 120. So this is a $140,000 retail system that the guy is going to get massive value. I personally am excited and loving it because no one else, not only in Naples, but not in the neighborhood, no one else has this. And the average value of the house in this neighborhood is about 5 million plus. And so having the nicest roof, even if it ain't the biggest house, even if I got the littlest house on the block, I'll be cool with the nicest roof. And I'm gonna sell the shit out of this. I'm about to make a sales funnel that I'm gonna share with you. Click link below if you want metal roofing sales funnel. Look, metal roofs are actually cheaper than shingle roofs, and we're gonna show homeowners how. We're also gonna make it extremely affordable for guys like you, actually for free, to get the leads that come from this funnel. I'm gonna create leads all over the country in partnership with my man Garrett over here.
Yes, sir.
We're working on something really big, and I'm gonna work on commission. So we're only gonna charge for the projects that we sell. So if you want metal roofing jobs, just type in metal roofing funnel and we'll get to you some more details. It's in the early process. I wanna take y'all downstairs and show you the rake flashing on the truck. Yeah guys, when the water came up, it was all the way up to here. We've already repainted these doors, and I swear, we wouldn't really be anything without my wife because she's already got the drywall, the paint, the flooring. This was all stripped, it's gutted. We got cabinets, countertops. I think the electrician's coming in to get everything wired in, but this, hopefully we will be back in business in T-minus 2 months, maybe even less than that. But we're busy because we're getting hundreds of jobs every single month. My wife is also helping me in our central office. I want to show y'all though what this roof system looks like. You know, obviously we'll show a play-by-play of the evolution of the job on the YouTube, but just want to know, like, Warehouse Garrett, the guy I used to work with our company, he's very helpful and he's very passionate about this product. He's got this mobile training center here, and this is what that ridge cap, that rake edge piece looks like, and it really adds richness to the roof. And if you look at the top up there, that's that specialty ridge tile, and this is the same type of panel as mine. And so, you know, somebody might say, well, Lee, there's exposed fasteners on this, but you know, they're painted to match. There also is this entire counter flashing system. I just believe this is one of the best looking systems. It's got a 200-mile-an-hour wind warranty, and it's off the chain. So we're gonna finish this project, we're gonna wrap it up, and I'm gonna start installing some of this with my own hands. Let's see how bad this goes. What do you mean small screw? Why are you giving me the small screw?
Because it's what lines it up and then a long screw.
Oh, you are just fucking with me now.
No, we're not.
All right.
That's what I said.
All right, let's see. This stuff's pretty sturdy, man.
Just stand in the middle right there. See, there's a hole already pre-drilled.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, right here.
Right there?
See it right there?
Oh, yeah.
That's it. Here you go. Oh shit. No, that's it. You gotta put another one over there. No, only where there's 3 holes. No, not yet. Put another one, Dad.
This shit's roofing 101, Kenny.
Yeah.
God
It
damn.
really is.
Why the fuck you need a goddamn instruction manual?
And there's one over there in the middle.
Because if we did it wrong, we didn't want to deal with Desiree.
Oh God, no shit. That's the warden right there.
And that's pretty much it. I mean, there ain't much.
And you're not screwing in the field up
Yeah,
here?
yeah. I'll have to go
later.
back in.
Later.
This stuff here,
Yeah?
where it says left and right,
Yeah.
like to me, that's just bullshit. If it's a left and right, this metal will work the same on the other side. You just trim it a little bit right here, and it'll slide right in. For the guy that's been doing metal a long time, these won't mean nothing to him. I mean, they come like that, and if you got them in order, you do it. But for the average metal man, they won't even waste their time looking for a left and right.
And for y'all roofing salesmen out there, don't worry. You don't do the roofs, you sell the roofs, baby. Roofs are expensive. And good thing I ain't installing them. All right, roofing salesman. Man, it's been fun. Kenny, are you surprised with how good this fucking roof looks?
No.
Huh?
Yes.
It's surprising, isn't it?
Yeah.
Dude, the ridge cap.
How strong it is.
That's the other thing, man. Walking on this thing is different than walking on typical stone-coated steel.
Yeah, yes, it is. Like anybody can walk on it.
Oh, man.
It's different. It's stronger. I didn't know it was gonna look this good.
You didn't know it was gonna look this good, man. I am looking at the ridge cap, the whole thing, the gutter system, the soffit. You know, I'm really impressed. And all I can say to you, roofing salesmen, is quit being little BB back bitch pussies. Like, start asking people to upgrade to metal roofs. Like, this roof is actually cheaper than a shingle roof over time. A lot of other people are gonna replace their roofs, and I'm not gonna have to. I'm gonna get a reduction on insurance, and that's really what we need to be telling people, is that metal roofs are cheaper than shingle roofs. Shingle roofs have to be replaced over and over and over and over. And in Dallas or some of these places where there's hail, man, people like nice shit. And if you make it affordable, like we offer 0 payment, 0 interest for 12 months, or we get them a low monthly payment over like 25 years, that's how you sell metal roofs. And look, I'm just telling you, I'm doing something big. I'm putting together a funnel, a sales funnel we made, sort of like, call it, you know me, I'm sort of like the ShamWow guy of roofing. Let's be real. You could call me Billy Mays or whatever. We did a little VSL, or, you know, a little advertisement here, and the coolest thing about it is that it's going to be good for any market. And I want to sell metal roofs for you. I want to show you a presentation you can put in front of every single one of your people. All you have to do is type in metal roofing funnel in the comment. We'll get reached out to you. And if you're an owner of a roofing company, a sales manager of a roofing company, we want you to be a part of our mastermind, dude. So click the link below that we put in the description, fill out your application. We take a limited number of people. We help people double sales, and more importantly, we have a lot of fun doing it. So putting this roof on was a lot of fun, and more importantly, it looks good. So be real, quit being a bitch, start selling metal roofs.